Good morning, my people. How are we? It is Sunday morning, the 16th of November, 5:21 a.m. I'm about to weigh myself right now, see where we're at. We've been holding the 115s all week. I think I was 115.6 yesterday. So we're hopping the scales, see what's what. 115.1 kg. Beautiful stuff. So we've actually seen half a kilo of a drop since yesterday, which is a good thing because POA for this evening is myself and C Chizzle are into Sheffield to get some sushi post lower. So that's going to be good. Now, before we go for sushi later, we have got an action-packed Sunday, and Sunday tends to be a pretty busy day for me. I like to use Sunday as a day to just get myself like kind of mentally prepared for the week ahead and just kind of get a couple of like bits I can't get done during the week done and just like plan my week and just get focused. You know, everyone loves a good productive Sunday like that. So I get my coffee into me now. I'll also get my HydroFlow in me now. We got cherry this morning. One of the best flavors in my opinion. You can't go wrong with cherry and berry. You know, a lot of flavors like HydroFlow flavors might be a little bit more open to people's like personal preferences and tastes and stuff. But unless you really don't like cherry, you can't not like the cherry flavor. You know, cherries, berries, I think they're pretty like orange soda. I think they're pretty like standard basic. Everybody is going to like them sort of flavors. So cherry is definitely up there for me. It's good all rounder. It's a good like one to have in year round in your HydroFlow rotation, if that makes sense. But anyway, we've also got a little bit of kind of like content planning to do for the week, as this is Black Friday week, guys. So obviously there's going to be a lot of sales starting. Hardbody are doing a huge sale, and these tees are actually going to be going live as well. These Lift the World tees, these are actually very nice. Now the Hardbody clothing, if anyone does picks them up, make sure you size up. Okay, this is a double XL, and as you can see here, it's a pretty tight fit. Okay, so Brandon likes to make all his clothes extra medium, I guess, just to make himself look bigger or some shit like that. But yeah, if you're getting some hard body clothes, I would definitely size up. It's not like explosive fibers where you might have to size down because the stuff is naturally very oversized. This is, you know, the opposite way around, right? And I don't really like my stuff to fit super tight, like hug me like really tightly. I like it to be a little bit loose, so I'd definitely be sizing up there. They've got massive discounts. We actually got a brief through to show what the discounts are going to be like. I'm actually might going to pop it up on the screen here so that you can actually see how much is off like all the products. So it's a ridiculous amount. Like you've got like on most things you've got 25 to 30%, and then like on other things you've got like maybe 70-80%, right? So like even some of the clothing like is like 70-80% off. But most things here, guys, nearly everything, like I'd say 50% of that stuff is 25% off. And you can stack my code DMAC10 on top to get an additional 10% off. So, you know, you're looking at getting things basically like 2/3 of the price that it normally is. So pretty huge discounts there, guys. Now, the only thing that isn't going to be discounted is the new Blackout Collection Power Bundle, which is like the black on black wrist straps, the black on black like new lever belt with a new like lever mechanism, and the MV Pro knee sleeves, the black on black MV Pro knee sleeves. It's the only thing in the whole entire website that isn't going to be discounted because obviously it's a new drop and Brandon has spent a hell of a lot of time working on that 13mm lever belt. I'm going to show that to you later in this video. However, I just wanted to put up this like price comparison on the right hand side here, right? So like anyone, especially like who powerlifts, who watches this video, genuinely guys, this belt is like really sturdy. Now I obviously don't powerlift, right? But I can appreciate something that's made like really well and is like really good quality and really durable. And that belt is exactly that. And as you can see here, you know, SBD versus like Rogue, Inzer, Gym Reapers, all the big other brands, the price for their stuff is considerably more than Hardbody's is. And trust me guys, like this lever belt with this like new patented lever mechanism is really fucking good quality. And obviously you can stack my discount code on top of it and you can get an extra 10% off. So like that bundle is like 126 pounds. No, sorry, not the bundle. The power stack is like 178 pounds with the lever belt itself. It's 126 pounds like with my code, which is pretty fucking good. So, you know, if you wanted a sturdy belt that you're going to have for life for heavy lifting, big top sets or, you know, PR sets, or if you're a powerlifter or anything like that,
this is the one, right? So I'm gonna have to get on a little bit of content just to kind of promote all the hard body stuff during the week, but that's no issue, as it's good shit, guys. And this is actually a really, really good sale that they're doing on the gym equipment. And like, gym equipment is one of those things, guys, right? Like, you get a pair of wrist straps, you get a pair of lifting straps, right? Actually, there's free lifting straps in every order, right? Over like 50 quid. And then there's free delivery over every order on over 150 quid. That's another thing. So like, you get over 150 quid of stuff, which to be honest is pretty easy if you want to like completely kit yourself out. Free lifting straps, free delivery. Fucking epic, you know what I mean? Like, why would you not want to use this as your one opportunity of the year to pick up on any gym kit that you got missing from your bag, right? Because everyone has, like, maybe they have a pair of wrist straps, or maybe they have like lifting straps, or they have wrist straps or whatever, but they don't have cuffs, you know, they don't have fucking knee sleeves, they don't have whatever. Now, do you need all of those things? No. Do they help a lot? Yes, they can. I think essentials for me in a gym bag: straps for my pressing, right? Or wrist straps for my pressing, lift straps for my pulls 100%. Even the hard body hard grips are a really good addition to the pull day as well. The adjustable lifting cuffs and the single ply sleeves. If I had to pick 5, they would be my 5 personally as a bodybuilder. So yeah. And things are going to fly out really quickly, guys. The stock of that, they're going to fly out really quickly. So yeah, get on that for the DMAC 10s. And of course, you want to pick anything up with your boys code: explosive fibers, some nose strips, some contact products. DMAC 10 at checkout as well. All right, that's my little plug to start off the video. I'm going to go in now. I'm going to get Chloe to shoot me up, do my pin for me, and then I'm going to head upstairs. I'm going to do any client work that's come through from the night before and the 2 Sunday check-ins that I have. And I'm going to crack on with our day.
Right, guys, so pin has been done. I wanted to tell you a funny story, okay? So last week, when was it? Probably not even a week ago. Couple of days back, right? So I obviously had to do like rotation with my pins, right? So I go left glute, left lat, right lat, left rear delt, right rear delt. Well, I don't do my right delt, rear delt anymore because it's kind of fucked, right? But that's beside the point. But anyway, we were doing my left lat, right? So I was sitting over here on the edge of the couch like I normally do. Chloe comes over and she pins my lat, right? But what happened this time around was that the top of the needle basically on top of the syringe, right?
It was only half pushed on.
It wasn't half pushed on, it was fully pushed on, but I don't know what Chloe was doing. She must have been bending the needle in my back again,
No, I wasn't.
Like she normally does.
No, it was half pushed on, Kate, and I was pushing it in, and then all of a sudden it was just like exploded all over me.
Yeah, so basically I think she was like pushing it in, and I didn't know whether it like exploded with the pressure or whether she like pulled it out or something like that. Did you pull it out?
It was like just coming towards the end. It was like the last tiny bit at the end.
Okay.
Pushing in.
It was like the last little bit of liquid that she was putting in, and all of a sudden the pressure just like forced the syringe out of the needle, right? This needle stayed stuck in my back, basically, right? So like, the needle was just hanging out my back. The pin popped out, the syringe popped out, right? And then I was like thinking like, what the fuck, right? And then I turned around and Chloe
turned around to give out to me, okay? And I was sitting there, my eyes like squeezed shut and my face covered in liquid.
Yeah.
And I was like, get me something for my eyes right now.
Yeah, so basically like all the oil like just like it just exploded out onto her face, right? And she like, I think she got some in her eyes or whatever. I was like, just wash her eyes out, like you'll be fine, you know? And then she was like, will that go into my system now?
Yeah, I kept going, is that going into my bloodstream? What's in that pin? Is that going to be in my bloodstream?
So do you know the way people get like vodka and you're like, well, I don't know if people still do this anymore, but you know the way you can get vodka and you can like do a shot into your eyeball and it like hits you like really quickly, it goes like straight into your bloodstream. Like the eye is meant to be like one of the most like sensitive spots of the body for like absorption and shit like that. I was slagging Chloe then being like, yeah, there's fucking test, EQ, mass P, mass D, primo, the whole fucking shebangas and that. So give it a week or two and you're going to be absolutely massive, like, you know. Oh. So now anytime Chloe just snaps at me or like says that to me, I'm like, oh, that's the test kicking in now. It's the test in your system.
Well, will somebody tell me, is it in my bloodstream or not? Because like it all went into my eyes.
Nah, it was only a little drop.
It wasn't. My face was actually wet with it, like it was.
Yeah, so Chloe's fucking viralizing as she speaks. She's gonna have a beard now and fucking 22-inch arms in the next video.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like stable, peak. Stable.
Would have just peaked straight away because it was instant absorption through the eyeball, you know.
Oh, Or you actually could not write what happened.
Yeah, so now I'm making sure this is like screwed on like
And
extra.
I'm traumatized. I told him I need a break from doing his pins for a while. He told me no.
She's not getting one. And just making sure this is screwed on extra tight now every morning instead. So yeah, that's
Has
our.
it happened to anyone else? Let me know and make me feel better, please.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section down below your funny gear pinning stories. I'm sure people probably have some, to be honest.
No, I know.
But yeah, but in
It
what
would definitely not exploding on their girlfriend's face going into their eyes.
in like 3 years, nearly 4 years of pinning me, that's only ever happened once. So just the once off.
I was due a bad shot at some stage with it because like usually they're fine.
Yeah, usually they're all good. We're pros here. Alrighty, guys, we are back up in the cockpit to get stuck into some work. 2 check-ins, like I said, on a Sunday, and I don't put any check-ins on a Sunday. However, Pedro and Eric, that are both on a Sunday here, they have been with me for a very, very long period of time. Pedro, like 2.5 years, and Eric, like, oh God, over 3 years, I would say. Probably like 3.5, maybe even 4 years. Eric has been with me on and off, so yeah, their check-ins have been on the weekend, so I'm just not going to move them from that day, and I don't mind doing them, on the weekend for them. But like any new clients that sign up, Monday to Thursday is where their check-ins are going to go. So I try not to put that much work on the weekend anymore, because obviously Chloe it's her 2 days off, Saturday, Sunday, even though it always tends to be quite busy for me, particularly Sunday. Just because, I do understand that the way I have my week set up to be like an online coach, every day is kind of the same for me. But majority of my clients, they might work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Okay. So the weekend is actually the one time that they have off. And that's generally when they're going to be sending me their execution clips across the most regularly. It's generally when they're going to be asking the most amount of questions, etc., etc. So I have to just be super available for them, right? As an online coach, guys, you can't just take the weekends off. You can't take any day off, really. Like, you have to be available for your clients. Now, obviously, it's different. Let's say, for example, if I'm fucking competing and I want a Saturday and Sunday off so I completely lock in, right? My clients will be aware of that in advance. But by and large, majority of the weeks, every single fucking year, you're working every single day. You're answering messages every single morning. I quite like to start my morning off with a little bit of work, because I just feel like it gets me very productive for the rest of the day. Like, even for my own bodybuilding, like if I wake up in the morning, like I've got 2 check-ins to do now, and I've got 5 rounds of execution clips to do. Okay, so 5 videos, 7 videos, 7 videos, 8 videos, and 3 videos. So like that'll probably take me like, I would say, maybe like 2 hours total of work. Could be a little bit longer, could be a little bit shorter, depending, right? Sometimes like 7 execution videos, I could be 20 minutes going through execution on those. I do tend to really, really go in depth and just make sure I'm demonstrating to people properly what they're kind of supposed to be focusing on. And any especially new clients who have started over the last kind of 2 months or so, it would be more intense for the beginning, a couple of weeks with them, with the process, just making sure they're getting the structure nailed down, the routine nailed down, the execution videos. We're going over those again and again and again until they're on the money. And then I have one of my clients now who started with me, a good couple of months back, but he's starting a new phase now. I'm like, mate, get your execution video sent across to me. We need a refresher on these. And he sent me like 2 or 3 batches of videos already, and the form has slipped a good bit since I've seen him last, right? So, I will make sure that I'm staying on top of my clients' training, because the training is the main thing that drives the progression, okay? So that's one of the main things that you definitely want to be making sure you are putting a lot of time and effort and focus into with your clients, and not just giving them a training plan and leaving them off their own devices. It's not just about ticking the boxes, guys. It's about how you actually tick the boxes, okay? So I got this work to get through, and then I've got 2 inquiries to respond to that came in last night. One from the US, one from the Netherlands. So pretty cool, guys, to obviously be getting inquiries from people all across the world. And that is kind of thanks to these YouTube videos, I imagine. Like, yeah, the odd, couple of inquiries from international clients do come through from Instagram as well, but it is mainly and primarily through my YouTube. And I do actually have like 4 clients in the US now, who have all kind of pretty much come through. Well, 3 of them have come through literally from just watching the YouTube videos, which is pretty cool, So yeah, I quite enjoy coaching people from around the world, from different places and things like that as well, because I feel like, especially with my US based clients, the approach that I take is very, very different than previous coaches that they might have had, right? I genuinely do think, guys, like coaching and the coaching standards in the UK in particular are the best in the world in terms of bodybuilding, right? I think like by and large, like the level of knowledge, the level of application, how people treat coaching, the level of professionalism, just the baseline level of expectation that you have to be a coach over here is just like much, much higher than it is elsewhere in the world, I find personally. So yeah, and that's not like bigging myself up, that's bigging up like other UK coaches. I just think the standard over here in terms of bodybuilding and in terms of like how advanced bodybuilding is, it's definitely better than anywhere else in the world. I definitely think, you know. So yeah, seeing people who've come to me from like other coaches in the US and like, look, I don't want to be like obviously bad mounting other coaches to try and big myself up. I don't want to be one of those guys. I don't really enjoy when people do that. But it's wild. It's wild how different it is, how different people treat things and approach things and all that other sort of stuff. So yeah, it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting to coach people like that. But I feel like I can really help those people quite a lot. I really, really do. They get really good results when they kind of, you know, buy into a much different process and way of doing things. Let's put it that way. So yeah, guys, if anyone is actually interested in online coaching, again, as always, the link to my application/inquiry form is going to be down below in the description of this video. So fill it out. I'll reach out. We can have a chat if you're interested in seeing what we can do together. So last couple of weeks of this year, guys, I'm looking forward to January kicking off and you know, seeing that kind of influx of people coming through. But like I said in recent videos, people who start now are always the people who get ahead and make the most results. So yeah, it's going to be a big year for me next year. I really, really do believe coaching wise, this year has been huge already. I feel like now things are really starting to happen for me and I'm getting closer to where I want to be. I'm still nowhere near that yet, but the progression this year has been huge from a coaching perspective. So I'm very, very happy with that because obviously, you know, coaching takes time, guys. It's just like bodybuilding, you know, like it takes time to build your physique and it takes time to start winning shows, for example, you know. So like I did my first show in 2020, okay, came like 4th place. I took a 3-year off season and I came back and I got like 2 second places and a 3rd place, you know, in some shows. So I was close, but no cigar. And I really didn't like my look that time. And then last year, I came back, right, after 5 years of fully committing myself to bodybuilding, and I won an overall, won my first overall, okay? So like, it takes fucking time, guys. It takes time. You can't give up after the first season and the results don't go your way, or you know, you put in this massive off season and you think, oh yeah, I deserve to win now, like I thought in 2023. Nah, you don't deserve shit, okay? It doesn't matter how much work you put in. What happens, happens, right? Who's going to show up on the day, etc., etc. You know, and with coaching, it's very much the same. You know, like it's not that it's all chance and it's all luck, but in the same way somebody can win a pro card because the lineup might not be that strong on the day. Some coaches can get really good breaks, get really lucky. You know, they get that one client that places really well that then draws a load of other clients to them, or you know, they're in just like a really good location in a really good area where they're just the coach and they're just the guy in that area, and then they end up coaching everyone in that area and building a massive business and etc., etc., you know. And I kind of feel like I've never gotten those breaks or gotten lucky or gotten those opportunities come my way. I'm just not a lucky person, guys. Okay. So everything I have, everything that I've got, everything that I've worked towards, it's been through fucking chewing glass for years. All right. Like I've constantly watched everyone else around me, not everyone else, but a lot of people around me do far better than me in many areas. And I've just had to suck it up. And I've just had to keep going. Okay. And I've just had to just crack on. And the one thing about online coaching is I absolutely fucking love it. I'm so passionate about it. So even though at times it can be discouraging seeing, quite frankly, other people who aren't as passionate as you, don't care as much as you, and don't put in the same level of effort and work that you do far better than you. It can be frustrating seeing that. It still doesn't change anything for me because what else would I do? You know what I mean? It doesn't change how passionate I am about coaching. It doesn't change how much effort I put into my clients. It's not going to make me want to do something else. I'm going to continue to do this. So I know if I just continue doing what I'm doing, and I'm just so passionate about it, and I put everything into my clients, and I just consistently get results, slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly but surely, I'll get to where I want to be, right? So that might not be for another 5 years' time, right? But it doesn't matter, because then when I do get there, how rewarding is it going to be? You know, because I will have known that I worked so hard to get there, and I didn't give up, right? Because I'm not going to lie, guys, there's been times, really tough times, where I have felt like giving up, you know, where things weren't going my way. You know, like a couple of years back, 2 years back or whatever, and I was like, fuck, you know, like, am I cut out for this? Am I able to do this? Is this going to be a long-term thing for me? But I just kind of like gritted my teeth and went like, nah, just need to work harder. Just need to keep chipping away. Just need to tick the boxes every single day and just do what you're going to do. And, you know, I really am of the belief that like there's only ever two choices with anything in life, right? You either quit or you keep going long enough to win, okay? Like, if you keep going towards a goal, if you don't give up, if you keep pushing and you keep working towards it, and I mean if you're doing something every single day to work towards that goal, you will get there eventually, okay? So that's the mindset that I have now, and it's definitely allowed me to be far less negative about things, far less resentful about things, comparing myself to others around me less. I'm just in my own lane, I'm focused, I'm putting the effort into my clients, I'm doing what I need to do to get the results for the clients that I care about, and that will, you know, slowly but surely over time just build and build and build. It has no other option to, you know, in my eyes. So yeah, went on a little bit of a ramble there, guys, but I suppose just wanted to kind of mention that it's not easy, you know. People think like on the outside looking in, they look at bodybuilding, they look at people who get on stage, you know, they look at coaching as a very easy career. It's just a get rich quick scheme, right? It's just as easy for those guys, and they've got loads of time in their day and blah blah blah. It's not as easy as you think, guys, okay? If you want to be a good coach, if you want to be a successful coach, like you've got to fucking eat shit for years, okay? And you've got to just constantly show up, and you can't have days off, and you got to be on it all the time. And I think it's a lot harder than people realize to work every single day, to not have time to switch off every single day, to every single time you look at your phone, have messages that you need to get back to, and you need to be available for people, you know, emotionally and educationally and everything else like that. You know, it's a draining job in a good way though. Like, I love it, but like it's you can't, there's no relaxation. You know what I mean? And you have to have a certain personality, and you have to have a certain disposition for it. And that's why I think online coaching goes hand in hand so well with bodybuilding. And that's why I think some of the best bodybuilders are actually the best coaches in a way, because you've got to just have that mindset, that very strong mindset, you know, and that ability to just never fucking switch off and always be pushing. So yeah, look, I rambled on too much with regard to that. So I got work to do, guys. So I gotta leave this here, and I'll catch back up with you soon. We're back, guys. Some messages answered, some execution clips sent out, and now I'm going for a post meal 2 walk with C Chizzle over here. She can't wait to train legs again.
we're not training legs
with
together
me.
again.
We are. We're on a same rotation now at the moment. We've both got upper lower at the weekend, so Chloe's going to fall in with me for legs now every single lower day.
He only likes me to train with him so I can load his plates.
yeah. Especially because I got the hip thrust on this day, and you know how it is, guys, with the hip thrust. Bringing the bench over to the rack, putting the bar there. Trying to record here. Putting the bar there, putting the little pussy pad on the bar, putting the bumper plates on the bar. I need the little mats that go underneath as well, because otherwise I can't get my hips under the bar. So it's just it's a whole rigmarole to set up. So 4 hands is better than 2 in that scenario. And you know, I get to push Chloe to train a little bit harder, because she needs to grow her glutes. So it's good to have me there watching over.
Flat ass, guys.
Yeah, no pancake asses around here for the 2 of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we'll go for sushi afterwards. Yes, boys. Gonna get the same thing I always get in Let's Sushi. We're trying out a new place this evening though. They have a kind of like, I don't want to say it's like a takeout place that we normally go to, but it's kind of like a takeout place, because they've got like 2 tables in the whole place, and normally where we go, but there's another one like a 10-minute walk down the road, and it's new. It's like a restaurant. So Let's Sushi is like a chain over here, and you'd think it would be like Yo Sushi, where the sushi would be like really quick and convenient and cheap and shit, but it's actually banging and it's pretty cheap. So
Are you going to go for the salmon lover set?
yeah, I'm going to get 2 salmon avocado rolls and 2 salmon lover sets.
You're going all out.
The salmon lover sets are 2 slices of salmon sashimi. I think you get 4 nigiri and then 6 small
six
salmon pieces. So it's pretty decent, to be fair.
I usually just get half of whatever he gets.
Yeah, Chloe just gets like half my order. So, but I get no scraps. Anytime we go for sushi, I get no scraps. She always eats.
I probably won't finish my meal, but with the sushi, I always finish.
Yeah, with the sushi, she always finishes it. So yeah, that's the plan of action. I'm hoping they still have the same like sets and prices in the restaurant as they do in the little takeout place. They did Happy Days, yeah, because it's actually cheap enough for what you get. It's very, very reasonable. So we'll show you that later on, guys.
Perception of perfection that's going to lead to long-term progress.
All right, guys, busy morning wrapped up, as you would have seen there for one of those last clips. Had a Team MK call as well, very good call this morning on off-plan meals and having off-plan meals and balance and all that good sort of stuff. Coming at a perfect time because we're heading for our sushi tonight, but we're off to train legs now so that we can earn that sushi. Isn't that right, C Chizzle? That's right. So legs today on the cards. We have got biceps to begin with for Dara. What's Chloe starting off with? To include kickbacks.
Some sexy kickbacks.
Some sexy kickbacks. Chloe's, that's a...
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Just
There's going to be like probably 5 people who's going to get that reference, and there's probably going to be like 2 of them watching this video. But anyway, never mind. There's a story for another day.
Lorna will get it if she's watching.
Lorna will get it. El Bizzle
Ryan.
and Ryan, if you're watching that, you're going to get that, right? So Chloe's starting off with some sexy kickbacks, and then I'll be doing my biceps, and then we're going to both move in together. Then we're going to mesh our sessions together. Chloe's going to hop in with me, right? And then we've got seated leg curl. We've got lying leg curl. We've got calf raise, I think. So Chloe will probably do something else there. And then I have got hip thrust. And then we've got side base pivot press. Do I have something else? I think there's something else in there as well. Well, I'll record the session anyway, guys, and you're going to see.
Hyper extensions at the very end.
No, that's the other session. Is it? Yeah, that's the other session.
Oh. Is this a new one?
No.
The one we done last weekend, we did hyper extensions.
Did we? Because I'm nearly convinced I did hyper extensions in the gym the other day.
Well, I done them last weekend for you.
Okay. Well, maybe it's not. But we did hip thrust as well, did we not? We didn't do hip thrust and hyper extensions.
Yes, we did. I can remember vividly. It's up on your Instagram as well. You posted the video of you doing it.
I'll tell you now what we have, right? So we've got single arm high cable curl, dual arm cable curl, lying leg curl, hip thrust, seated calf press, pivot leg press. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, but last week we did do a hip extension at the very end.
Yeah, that was the other leg day. So yeah, that's the story, guys. That was probably before my plan was changed, Chloe. That wouldn't have been last weekend. That would have been the weekend before that. Chloe's got a bad memory, guys. You can't listen.
I'll just show him what it is in a minute, guys, because he's just totally wrong.
You can't listen to whatever. I'm never wrong. You can't listen to what comes out of her mouth. She's got like this weird memory where, you know, like she remembers things as if they only happened like a couple of minutes ago or yesterday, when they actually happened like weeks in the past.
I always go in a minute when I mean in like 3 days.
Yeah, that's when I'll do that there now in a minute. And then she'd be sitting there for like the next 10 minutes. I'm like, because you know, if I say, oh, Chloe, we're leaving now, I mean like right this instant, as in get up and put your shoes on.
If I say I'll do that in a minute, I mean hour to an hour and a half later. But if I say I'll do that in a while, I'll do that like 5 hours later.
Yeah, everyone kind of speaks in code like that, don't they? Like in a minute and in a while never really means in a minute or minute in a while. But for me, like I take things very literally. I think that's probably something I need to relax on a little bit. But yeah, now there's our little. Oh, we got to the gym very early today. We got a good run of the lights. What's that? 3 minutes? 3 minutes and 20 seconds it took us to get here. Fucking hell! How could you miss a session when you live this close to the gym, lads? Oh, everyone is sleeping today. There's loads of spots available. Very rare you see Ultraflex Rotherham with that many empty car spots. So oh look, I can just pull straight in here as well. This is tremendous.
I wonder, is it closed?
No, it's not closed. It's not closed. They know we're coming. They know we're coming to train legs today. Don't worry. That right, fellas? That's right. So, big leg day on the cards. And to say, Chloe,
I think I'm going to do
any motivational?
I'm going to do my own sesh.
You're not going to do your own sesh. No. You're going to be bullied into training with me again. Once again. We've got the Cybex or the Atlantis pivot press at the end. You like that, don't you?
I don't. I think that thing is little shit.
No, you don't. You used to love
I
that.
have to use the booster seat.
You used to use the booster seat and everything.
Yeah, we'll think about it, guys. We will think about it. Smash your session today.
Yeah.
Get
See,
after it.
they want a little bit of motivation. They get enough motivation from me. They need a little bit of
I don't give a
seat.
shit what they do. No offense or anything.
Yeah, Chloe hasn't actually featured in the vlog in some vlogs now.
Yeah, see, I told you I'm taking a break, didn't I? When was that?
What?
I said I didn't want to be featured in the vlogs anymore. So,
Oh, did you? Oh.
so I've been taking a break from the vlogging.
Yeah, because I said it to her this morning when I was telling the story with the pin. She was off going upstairs. I goes, "Where are you going?" I said, I want to tell this story now. You have to be in the vlog. And then I don't.
Because I like to go into hibernation, guys, and then reappear when I'm shredded.
Yeah.
She
is pretty lean right now, though. She is pretty lean right now. So.
But that's my favorite thing to do is anytime I go into an off season, I'll go bye to the social media world.
Chloe only posts on social media when she's lean.
Yeah.
She's one of those frauds like that.
No.
You gotta show all parts of the journey. You gotta be real. Instagram versus reality. You know? She's having none of it.
I don't like posting on Instagram anyway, guys. Do you know, it's too many people ask me too many questions, personal things. And it freaks me out a bit because they're like, "Oh, I thought you were doing X, Y, and Z." And I'm like, "Where did you get the impression I was doing that?"
Yeah. It can be very intense at times, social media. It can be very intense. But you just gotta learn to take it with a pinch of salt, you know?
I know. Some things are obviously good with it and some things are not so good, but like...
It is what it is. Gotta take the good with the bad. Isn't that right?
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Alright, my people, leg day walkthrough coming at you live and direct from the next day, as you can see by this fresh fade. Anyway, guys, we're starting off here with some biceps. So this is essentially a single arm high cable curl. Now, if you've watched this channel before, you'll know I used to do this standing up in between this wide cable stack where I would brace with my opposite arm and then use curl with my leading arm, right? However, I was training Makuba one day and he actually did this benched seated variation and I quite like this. So I've moved over to doing this because it provides even more support and even more stability. So where you can, guys, in your training, look for tools and hacks that you can use to allow you to be more stable so that you can brace better, so that you can generate more force. Now, is this absolutely necessary for absolutely everything? No. However, I think, especially with isolation exercises like arm work, people are very quick to ignore things like this, okay? So if you're trying to grow your back, guys, you want to be a little bit more accurate. Instead of shotgunning it and just doing a barbell bent over row, you might try to be a little bit more like a sniper rifle and use a chest supported T-bar row where you can be a little bit more accurate, you can have your chest against the pad, you're more stable, etc., etc., okay? If you're doing a standing barbell curl and you're just swinging the weight around and you're shotgunning it, are you going to be able to get the best stimulus in your actual biceps, or are you just going to do your shoulder, use your lower back, use everything else to move the weight and use a little bit of bicep? You know what I mean? So when I'm seated here, I'm able to pull myself into the bench, I'm able to crunch down on my abs, and I'm able to literally just focus on my forearm curling towards my forehead here, and I'm really able to hold and squeeze that contraction without anything else going on. This fucking blows my biceps up. So I would definitely give this a try, guys. Try to line the cable up with like pulling like just kind of almost in line or slightly above where your fist actually is, and it'll feel pretty sweet. You don't want to pull in too high to low, basically. You want it to kind of follow on your arm part where the arm is on the bench. All right. Next up, we have a dual cable D-handle curl. Again, same thing here, guys. Stability. You'll see I'm using the Cybex Bravo here. So I've got this back support. Pretty handy on this piece. Now, if you don't have one of these in your gym, which I imagine you probably don't, just use a bench, right? So instead of doing this standing up where you're maybe leaning too far forward or you've got a staggered stance that kind of encourages you to almost chest fly the way up rather than actually bicep curling the way up, then just use a bench, okay? pull a bench over to the cable stack, like you would if you're doing a seated cable fly for your chest, but just set the handles up low so you can do a bicep curl, okay? A lot of gyms now actually have those like free motion kind of kits where you sit in the bench and the cables are already on the stack. You've probably seen those in a couple of gyms, all right? So we did 2 sets, single arm, high cable curl, and then we did 2 sets of this dual arm cable curl afterwards, so 4 sets at the start of legs. Then we moved on to this lying hamstring curl. Now, you'll see I'm using this little booster pad, this little Mira fitness pad to kind of elevate my abs here, right? And the reason for this being is it will make sure that my hips don't shoot up as much when I'm doing this lying leg curl. Now look guys, you're always going to get a little bit of hip shift on this, and you actually have to allow your hips to curl up a little bit to get your hamstrings fully short. However, right, on a lying hamstring curl, bracing is super important as well. See the way I'm grabbing those handles with my fists and I'm like pulling myself in? If you can kind of keep your back hunched over, right, and it's easier to do that when you've got something elevating your abs basically and tucking your hips rather than rounding your lower back, right? It's a lot easier to brace here, and it's a lot easier to actually contract through your hamstring. So, you know, if you got one of those in your gym again, guys, use one. Definitely very beneficial. Now, next up, we moved on to the hip thrust. I decided to go with a load increase on this today because last week I did 140 kilos for my top set, and then I actually did 160 for my back off set. So I actually increased the load because I was like, I'll scale this back, you know, I'll go super low weight so that I can make sure I'm really contracting through my glutes. But I don't know what it is, guys. I'm just really strong at hip thrusts. I just always have been. Even when I was natty, I was barbell hip thrusts and 240 kilos, believe it or not, for like 6 reps. So yeah, I've always had pretty strong glutes, which is bizarre because my glutes are just really small, which is quite frustrating. So yeah, anyway, hip thrusts felt fucking amazing, to be honest. They felt absolutely mega. So what you will have noticed in that set is when I'm getting up to the top, I'm really holding that contraction at the top and I'm absolutely owning the fucking weight. Super key. Now, toe press. So probably my favorite calf press variation is just like a seated toe press like this. Now, one thing you'll notice, guys, is that when I come down into that stretch, I'm really allowing my heel to come under the machine there, and I'm getting into like a really deep stretch, right? So I'm coming 1, 2, 3, down into that stretch, right? I'm spending 3 seconds in that stretch, and then from there, when I press up through the ball of my foot, I'm actually thinking about pressing 3/4 of the way. So I don't want to press the whole way up because I find like if I think about pressing up as much as I possibly can, it almost like hurts my Achilles tendon. Does that make sense? So try this the next day, guys, okay? Don't think about fully pressing up with your toe as much as you possibly can. Think about coming up 3/4 of the way and then contracting on those calf raises, and report back to me and let me know how it feels, all right? Now, next up, last exercise of the session, we move on to the leg press. It feels so weird and it feels so alien doing a leg press last in the session, but it feels like really rewarding as well. You know, like I've done all my other work and my last exercise is like a leg press. So I know, okay, I gotta lock the fuck in here and I gotta go balls to the walls. So we spotted Chloe here for her first set. Her positioning is a little bit different, as you can see. She's got her feet pretty close together. On this Atlantis leg press, this kind of turns into a little bit of a glute bias press for her anyway, just with the way it moves. As you can see, what I mean by glute bias. So when she comes down to the bottom here, you'll see that her shin and her upper leg are at a complete right angle. So she gets her knees the whole way back to her chest. They're pretty much at a right angle, right? So that's going to be more glute dominant. The lower you can get your heels down, the more knee flexion that you're going to be able to get, the more hamstring touching the calf sort of, the more quads you're going to engage, right? But obviously Chloe's short limbs here. This Atlantis pivot press isn't really built to be quad focused for females. So it's just probably a good thing because most females probably want to do a, you know, more glute bias leg press as it is anyway. Obviously, guys, this still hits the quads to a massive degree, but just a top tip for any of you females watching this, if you want to hit your glutes a little bit more, put your feet further up on the platform and a little bit closer together, and you'll hit a little bit more glutes. Okay, now next up, shortly, we're moving on to my set. So 7 plates for 10 reps for my top set and 6 plates for 12. I believe that's what I got. We'll have to see now here in a second. But yeah, this felt mega. this felt really good. My lower back was feeling a little bit tender after those hip thrusts. Still getting some lower back kind of like tightness and soreness, guys. Not in a bad way. Like it's just a little bit pumpy at the moment. You get me? So it's annoying going into a set of leg press when you've got a bit of a pump in your lower back. But normally after a couple of reps, you kind of just don't feel it. You just push through the pain, don't you? But this is feeling really good the last while. So I don't know, is this like my fourth, maybe fifth rotation on this? So now it's really starting to click and it's really starting to move extremely well. So I'm coming down here deep, guys, and then I'm pausing and I'm holding that weight at the bottom before I actually press back up. So I'm really making sure that I'm stopping. I'm completely dead stopping it. I'm actually counting in my head for a second, right? When I'm holding that weight at the bottom, right? So I almost explain this, especially to my clients, as doing a wall sit. Have you ever done a wall sit where you sit in an invisible chair, basically with your back up against the wall? That's what I imagine doing when I get to the bottom here. So when you do a wall sit, after a couple of seconds, you feel your quads light up, you feel your glutes light up, you can feel the tension on your quads, okay? That's what I want out at the end of a leg press. I don't want to just come down and bounce back up and just shift all that weight onto my tendons, my ligaments, etc. Come down, do a little wall sit, guys, sit back up, blow up your quads, thank me later. All right, it's the walkthrough done, guys. Enjoy the rest of the video. All right, guys, so we've just landed in Sheffield City Centre. We're outside Let's Sushi. Oh, let's. We're about to sushi up. I forgot my DJI. I left it in the car on the dashboard on the window. So hopefully it doesn't get broken into or whatever. But we're genuinely going to be the only people here. Closed.
Has it seen that?
It says closed on the door, does it? But hopefully they'll let us in now in a second. So, yeah, hopefully you didn't book the wrong at sushi. No, I don't think you did.
I don't think I did.
But yeah, no, we'll head in and we'll get a table. It's only like 3:30, is it?
It's 3:45.
3:45, so we're very early. But we just passed on the way in.
On Google Maps.
We just passed the Christmas markets. So once we have our sushi here, we're going to hop into Sheffield and see what the Christmas markets are saying. Looks nice. So Chloe was buzzing when she seen it, weren't she, Chloe? Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. So I made my order. And of course, when you're ordering salmon avocado rolls, 8 rolls come in the roll, like. So your one was ordering, and I was like, can I get 1 prawn katsu curry? Can I get 1 chicken and salmon teriyaki? They both come with rice. Me and Chloe are going to have a nibble of those each. And then I was like, can I get 1 salmon set? That's the one with like the sashimi and the nigiri and all that. Me and Chloe are going to share that. And then I was like, can I get 4 like salmon avocado rolls? She was like, and I was like, yeah, 4 of these. And she was like, oh, like there's 8 rolls coming that. And I was like, yes, 4 times 8. She was like, oh, are you sure? We're like, yes, we're sure. Trust me, we'll eat all that.
She's coming down.
Don't even feel like it's that much.
The katsu curry and the...
Oh, okay, I'll show you in a second. Right, guys, so this is what we're working with for now. This is the salmon and chicken teriyaki. It looks fucking really good, to be fair. This is a prawn katsu curry. Again, looks really, really good. This is our salmon lover set, salmon set. We're just waiting on the actual sushi rolls now. So hopefully they don't take too much longer to come out. Chloe's a hungry girl. And I am a hungry boy, but I don't want to start munching yet because gotta take a picture for the gram, like, you know what I'm saying? And you might be looking at this thinking, Dara, this is a hell of a lot of food, but my post-workout meal alone is 1,320 calories. It's 250 grams of carbs, just my post-workout meal. And my last 2 meals combined are 2,145 calories. So I'll eat all this food, and I don't even think it's going to be that. So, yeah. Just if you are eating off plan, guys, you got to eat to your needs. So one thing, this is Dara's once a week off plan meal. Look how much she's eating, and then try and replicate that. And trust me, guys, I'm going to eat majority of this. Chloe's going to nibble all right, but there's going to be a lot of it I'm going to consume. Well, she'll probably fucking tuck away out most of that salmon now, I'd say. But
that salmon teriyaki is mine, so we need to swap these around.
Salmon teriyaki is yours. Okay. The prawn katsu curry. There we go. And here we have it, sports fans. Look, I love the way they portioned it out in the plates like this, with 1 for Chloe and 3 for me. It's like they knew what was going on. And there we have it, fellas. Chloe's left some chicken teriyaki.
No,
but,
this is actually Dara's, guys.
It's not.
This was Dara's.
It's not. I ate some of that.
See this over here? This katsu curry. I ate that here.
It's eating your fuck.
And he left all this.
Yeah, lies from Chloe. So yeah, guys, another battle won with a waiter who questions my eating capabilities. It's tough at the top, guys. It's tough at the top. How's that for week 21, off season, peak body weight? £255. Not too bad. I was just saying to Chloe there off camera. I was pretty impressed with myself after that, I must say. So guys, Christmas markets, as you can see, we did get blown in for a sweet treat, didn't we, Chloe?
Yeah, we did.
So, can you guess what we got? Oh, of course. We got some donuts. So we got white chocolate and a Lotus Biscoff, even though it doesn't look like Lotus Biscoff. We got a little hot chocolate as well. Tremendous stuff. Chloe is frozen.
I'm freezing.
So hopefully that hot chocolate wraps her up. Right, let me just
Taste test.
let me just get a taste test of these donuts here now.
Just pick it up.
I'm gonna have to pick one up, yeah.
It's all over your
Oh yeah. They're so hot. Straight out of the fryer. They were done in the oil. Literally falling apart here. They're so good, aren't they? I don't even want to know how many calories are in those. It's definitely not friendly. That's for sure.
It's a lot of fat.
Yeah.
Yes, Chloe, we're back on the YouTube. So guys, we're back from Sheffield City Centre and it is 6:20 in the evening. Feels like 2:20 in the morning, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't get out much, I'll tell you that much. But pleasantly surprised by their Christmas markets. I should have taken more videos actually like walking around the place and like showing you what they had to offer. If you're thinking about
next weekend, guys, I think we're going to go back in.
Yeah, if you're thinking about visiting Sheffield, you know, if that's on your bingo list, travel destinations for 2025. But yeah, we think we're going to go back in potentially next weekend. Maybe get one of them Yorkshire pudding wraps. Or they've got like, you know, the hot dogs, but they make like the big long hot dogs, but on like the fire pit. They're good. They're very good. So we might go in there and get like a little snack and just have another browse around, because it was actually quite nice. Just being like in there and, you know, everyone's like in the Christmas spirit. They're real happy and people are there with their kids and stuff. And I just wholesome vibes. Like I love the Christmas. Christmas is my favourite time of year. Same as Chloe. Like we're both big Christmas people. You know, so.
If you can't tell, with the Christmas tree up already about, what, two weeks?
Yeah, 2nd of November, Christmas tree was up. So, yeah. But we're just watching. We finished Stranger Things last night. Unbelievable. We've got 11 days now till the new season's out. And we're starting Physical Asia. So if you haven't watched Physical 100, guys, get on it.
And if you haven't watched Stranger Things, make sure you watch it before the new season comes out.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Stranger Things, like, what are you doing, man? Or girl, what are you doing? Like, who has not watched Stranger Things? And it's one of those things, right, where you think you're not going to like it. Because I remember, like, when I first started watching it and I put it on, and I was like, oh, this is like, why is everyone going on about this? I thought this was meant to be like this spooky psychological thriller. This is like a kid's show. And then I kind of just like kept watching it. I was like, this is actually really good. But yeah, we're going to chill out now. We're going to watch Physical Asia and we'll watch one episode of this, which is an hour long. And then I'm straight up to bed tonight because I need to get a good night's sleep, because I fucking slept like 6.5 hours the last 3 nights. I did go for a 2-hour nap one day, but let's not count that because I'm feeling the tiredness. Had a fucking 10 out of 10 session today though in the gym, so.
That's because you trained with me, guys.
It's because I trained with C Chizzle. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you also had a fantastic weekend. And we'll catch up with you very soon. I'll be vlogging again during the middle of the week, letting you know the updates. Letting you know where my body weight lands tomorrow, whether I nailed off-plan meal day or not. So you have to stay tuned to find out.
We haven't nailed it.
We have nailed it. Well, I've nailed it. I don't know about you, girl. You're probably way over in your calories. You're meant to be dieting.
Yeah.
I had like 2,100 calories banked for that, so I think I'm okay.
Darren was like, I can't even. My train of thought is gone now. It's gone.
What are you going to say?
I was going to say, he kept telling me in the gym, my train of thought is back. I'm tired now, guys, so I probably can't even string a sentence together. But he kept being like, you need the refeed,
Yeah.
He's feeding into me being fat.
Because
for when I go on my holiday, so I look like a piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't want her looking good on Bondi Beach on Christmas Day. But nah, she was in the gym today and she was like, oh, that feels heavy. And I was like, yeah, you need to feed tonight. So, and then she didn't even eat her fucking chicken teriyaki and salmon that I got her.
That was your chicken teriyaki.
It wasn't, because remember when it came out onto the table and it was in front of me and you said, give me that over here, that's mine. You did, you know you did.
Yeah, but I only wanted a taster of it and you know who I did.
Nah.
I ate my sushis. I bought my sushis.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like a high volume, like low calorie meal though. Well, it wasn't low calorie, but like for the volume of it was low calorie.
I'm going to be paying for this all week, guys. I'm going to have to fucking suffer now. I think.
Chloe loves the suffering.
Yeah, I do. I need to just take my finger out now and just put my head down and just actually drop a few kg, because I was 60 kg for about 5 weeks straight, and I just wasn't making any changes because I was just thinking, well, I'm getting leaner, so like.
She is getting leaner. She does look really good.
So why do I need to change anything? But now I'm thinking, well, girl, you're eating like fucking shit on the weekend. No wonder you're fat.
Yeah.
So if you are trying to diet and you are trying to eat off on the weekend, you need to cut that out because it doesn't work.
Yeah, unfortunately, guys, as well, if you're a female, I mean, look, for balance, every now and again, you can go out and you can have an off-plan meal if it is very well factored into your plan. But like, you can't eat like a lad. You know,
but, like,
you can't.
Take the piss. Like,
yeah.
I really do not take the piss if I'm eating off plan. But like, even when I do, it like makes everything so slow compared to what it usually would be.
Yeah, like even if Chloe eats off plan, right? She eats off plan, she manages it very well, doesn't take the piss with her calories at all, portion controls the whole lot. Her weight mightn't go up the next day, but then it might not move for another 4 or 5 days afterwards. Do you know what I mean? So like, if you're trying to see substantial changes and like you're a girl, unfortunately, you're going to have to stick to your very, very skimpy, plain, boring meals just all day, every day, all the time. Yep. And unfortunately, that's just the way it is if you're a female.
Yeah.
Okay? You're not, a 250 pound, 5 pound bodybuilder like me, and I'm Chloe's boyfriend. She can't eat like me.
No.
Or she's just going to be fat, okay? But you see a lot of, like, normal people, and they'll go out to eat with their boyfriend, and even if their boyfriend, like, doesn't train, doesn't go to the gym, he can still get away with maybe going to the Christmas market and having a burger and it not really affect them that much. But it's like, if you're a girl and you go to the Christmas market and you have the burger, then you go and get some churros, and then you have a crepe, and then you're drinking hot chocolate. Like, you fucked yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, and like, people wonder why they're overweight, or they wonder why they can't lose weight. Even something as simple as a hot chocolate, sure, that could be your whole entire calorie deficit for a day if you're trying to lose weight. So
exactly. But the thing is, it's like, I'm still making progress, but I'm used to seeing things at a really quick pace because I don't eat off plan if I am usually dieting.
Yeah. Where
this time, Tara starts prepping 6 weeks, so I'm like, I need to have some bit of like...
And she didn't want to put herself under too much pressure.
Because I'm not doing anything at the end of this diet. All I'm doing is going to see my sister. It's not like...
Yeah.
It's not like somebody's going to be standing on Bondi Beach being like...
And her sister's warned her not to get too lean, so...
And like, I will probably be in better shape than the majority of people. But to my standard, it's not good enough.
Yeah.
So it's all relative as well, but...
It is all relative.
You need to understand, you need to cut shit out if you actually want to see the changes, because I've been saying it to Dara loads recently. I've been like, how do people do this and just accept that like this is as slow as things go? I'd rather just do the work, get it over with as soon as I possibly can.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like, men can kind of, I don't want to say take the piss, right? Because even if you're having one or small two things here or there, that's not like taking the piss, is it, right? But like, men can do that and get away with it. Girls just flat out can't. Not a single thing. Not even a fucking square of chocolate with your tea, lads. I'm sorry. You just can't do it if you want to make progress. Okay? Like, majority of girls as well, like, you're really small females. Like, if you're like Chloe's height, she's 5'3.5". Okay? Like, when she's dieting, she needs to be eating probably like, she'd get away with 1,800 calories to see a slow rate of loss, but like 1,600 calories probably see her lose, a good half a kilo.
Plus 12k steps.
Every single week.
30 minutes of cardio 3 times a week.
Plus training balls there was in the gym 4 days a week. Plus 3 30-minute cardio sessions on top of that. Not holding onto the stairs, but absolutely pelting on it. Plus 12,000 steps a day, etc., etc. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's...
And like, most girls cannot do a serious diet and not do any cardio. Or any, like, high output.
Yeah, you have to get your output up.
You know?
It's unfortunate, but it just is what it is.
But yeah, guys, my weight actually did move this week. I got into the low 59s, but I assume tomorrow I'm going to be back up to the 60 kg. And I'm probably going to be stuck there for 5 days before I'm back into the 59s again.
Yeah, but last thing before we wrap this up. If you are a girl, guys, right, and you're listening to that and you go, oh, fuck, that sounds depressing. I don't want to live my life like that. I'd rather just be out of shape than put up with all that, right? Just build muscle. The only way to permanently boost your metabolism so that you can eat more food and so you can diet on less calories is to build muscle. So stop wasting your time running, right? Yeah. Stop wasting your time doing high roxes. Stop wasting your time doing marathons. Okay? Build some fucking muscle first. Yeah, you could do a fucking marathon afterwards or high rocks here or there, whatever. But spend some years building some muscle. And unfortunately, if you want to build some muscle, you gotta eat in a calorie surplus consistently. You gotta put on a little bit of body fat as well. So again, people don't want to do that, but then they get caught in this purgatory zone, right? Where they've really shit eating habits, then they try and lose weight, then they eat fuck all food. They're never building muscle because they're, doing this back and forth the whole time. Then they're really frustrated. Why aren't I getting anywhere with my physique? Why does this person look better than me, etc., etc.? It's just like, you gotta start doing things right and you gotta be patient.
And one thing I will say, if you have a fucked up relationship with food, because personally, I actually think I have a fabulous relationship
And
with
you
food.
used to have, when I first met Chloe, your relationship with food was fucked.
My relationship with food was fucked when I met Dara.
And I fixed it.
And no, but I've done some internal work, guys. And
I fixed it.
And Dara's given me some advice on the side. But I feel like I have a better relationship to food than you do.
Yeah, I actually feel like you've probably taken past me. Because I feel like I had a bad relationship with food, then I got a really good relationship with food. And then I got so consumed with bodybuilding that it actually started to make my relationship with food worse again. You get me? You kind of go through phases with it.
That's why it's like, when I'm doing, this is like the most lackadaisical diet I've ever done in my whole life.
Yeah.
And like, my diet is better than, I want to say, 99% of people.
For sure.
And like, I might have one thing at the weekend with Dara, but I think I'm a failure because of that. Because it just slows everything down. And I'm like, it's fine to do because I'm allowing myself to do it, but I'd rather not do it. But I don't want to miss out on memories because he's starting prep in 6 weeks.
Yeah,
so
it's like,
you have to take the good with the bad.
If you do want to see progress though, and this do I think as well, like, it's just like, if you want to see progress, it's like, why do you want to factor things in? Do you know what I mean? It's like, just don't bother. Just commit 100% and make the progress. It's like 100% or nothing. If I'm going through a phase where I want balance, then I'm like, right, I'm accepting that I can have the balance, but then I'm not really going to be experiencing like the results that I want, sort of a thing. Well, I kind of can, but it's kind of different, right? But it's like, if you like most people, average people, especially when you're starting off in the gym, especially when I started off in the gym and I was much smaller and I was walking around at fucking 75 to 80 kg soaking wet, if I wanted to get in shape and get six pack for the summer, I had to say no to nights out. And if I did go drinking, it was just vodka. And that was it. And I used to track those calories and I used to minus my carbs for the day and I used to eat fuck all. And I'd just be eating protein veggies and drinking vodka. It was terrible, right? I feel like I had a bit of a fucked up relationship with like alcohol / food as well when I was in college. But yeah, like you just have to be so on it, like you really, really do. So, but I'd always be like, right, I'm just going to commit. I'm just going to put in 8 to 10 to 12 weeks of just fucking full on graft here. And then you just get in shape. And once you get in shape, it's so easy to maintain it. Instead of just being in and out and 50% and, oh yeah, but I want to have a meal there. Oh yeah, but I want to say yes that night out. Or, oh, but blah, blah, blah. It's just like, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand the mindset.
I know.
Especially it's like if you hire a coach. It's like you hire a coach, you're paying them money, right? To get you a result. They're telling you what you need to do to get a result. They're trying to keep you accountable every single week. And you're still just going against them. Oh, it'll be grand. Oh, I'll do this. And oh, but then this pops up and blah, blah. You're wasting your time. And you're wasting the coach's time as well. You know what I mean? You're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, you're wasting the coach's time. It's disrespectful to the coach. It's actually disrespectful to yourself. You're being disrespectful to yourself. You made yourself a promise. You invested money. You got yourself going. You did the hard part. And then you just shoot yourself in the foot. Don't get it. I just don't get it. And I never will. I never will. I feel like I was always just like, I don't know, built different to people. Like the second I started going to the gym, it was like, that was it. I was eating healthy. I was training 6 days a week. I just went so 100% into it straight off the bat. It's hard for me to understand like why other people kind of don't do that, but that's on me. I'm just an extremist, so maybe I can't really like compare myself to the average person. But like when I first started going into the gym, I was green as fucking grass. I didn't know a thing. I'd never stepped foot in the gym in my life, but I just wanted the results. Like I actually wanted to be in shape. I really wanted it deep down. So because of that, I made myself disciplined. Do you know what I mean? Through just like sheer effort and willingness to want to do something, to want to improve, learn about nutrition, learning about training. Like, if I fucked up, just getting back on track straight away. If I didn't see the results I want, just keep going. You know? And just pure stubbornness, determination, and just be like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get there. And you just get there, do you know? But,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, anyway.
Nobody's going to be probably relating to this because it is not dieting season for anybody.
Maybe it is. But when it is dieting season in January, then hopefully you'll remember this chat that we had, guys. And if not, I'll be on prep in January, so I'm going to be fucking on one. And the motivation's really going to be coming then, and the no bullshit is really going to be coming then, because I go into a different zone, a different mindset when I'm on prep.
When he's on prep, I'll be like fully locked in then as well. So it's going to just be like, because it's kind of, I like to just be on the same age.
Yeah, we like to be on the same wavelength, you know.
Because if anyone's seen me last year at any of his shows, I was quite
She was fucking peeled out of her mind last year and she didn't step on stage. I'm still not over that. I'm still mad at her for that, to be honest. But what can you do?
But it's just because it was like the routine we were in and whatever. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah, locked in season. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap that up there. This video is going to be like an hour long. But hope you enjoyed. Drop a like down below. C Chizzle probably won't be in the next one. She got enough airtime this time. She might be, she might not be. But I hope you enjoyed that chat there. I feel like you made some good points there, Chloe. Well done.
Thanks.
But yeah, we're actually going to watch Physical Aging now, so that I can actually get to bed early and actually get a good night's sleep. Thanks, guys. Love you all.
Happy Christmas.
It's a bit too early for the Christmas wishes,
Yeah,
isn't
I
it?
hope I'm getting everyone in the Christmas spirit at the moment.
Yeah. And if not, go to Christmas markets.
If any of you have a Christmas tree, I would like to see. So maybe DM the Christmas tree to Dara so he can show me.
No, just DM Chloe. DM Chloe. Do not get into my DMs of Christmas tree. If any of you fucking cunts send me a DM.
Send him a few Christmas trees.
If any cunts send me DMs of Christmas trees, you're getting blocked.
No, okay.
You're getting blocked.
No, I know what we can do, okay? The next vlog I'm in, I'll sit down with Darren. We'll do a rating of everyone's Christmas tree.
That would actually be good, yeah.
That got sent in. We'll do a rate my tree.
But just so you know, lads, I don't hold back with my roasting of people. And if it's Christmas trees, Chloe isn't going to hold back either. She'll roast you. If your tree is bad, she'll absolutely rinse you asunder. So, you know, if you're easily offended, guys, if you're rubbed up the wrong way, then maybe don't send me your tree. But
okay, bye.
Okay, bye. I'll catch you in the next one.